Well, hello again, and thanks for tuning in to CASDA Weekly Update. We're coming to you today on Monday, May 23rd, and wanted to share a couple of interesting things with you. One is that last week we had our 30th annual Scholar Recognition Dinner at the Marriott Hotel. This is the 30th annual dinner and celebration. We had 125 scholars from an 11 county area, and also hosted the teacher who was named by the student as the most influential in their school career. This was a great opportunity to celebrate both scholarship and also the teaching profession, and we're really proud to do that. They're obviously both issues we care about a lot. Last week, I started to discuss another aspect of our work, namely technical assistance projects, and gave you some facts and figures, and I promised that we would delve more deeply into the kinds of projects that each of our functional teams sponsor and conduct. And yet I realized I was going to miss a step if I didn't take a little time to set the stage about the functional team effort. In 2010, when I became executive director, we had 3 or 4 staff, but we only had 1 faculty member, and that was Nancy Andrus. Probably a year later, in 2011, maybe we had 6. A year after that, in 2012, maybe we had a dozen. Today, there are about 36 faculty who represent all kinds of specialties, and we've grouped them into a number, 5 actually, of functional teams. This was necessary because at some point, as we move toward having a total of 50 staff and faculty, the span of control, that is what I could personally pay attention to and coordinate, really it outgrew what I could do. So over time, our organization chart changed. Associate Director Betsy Shealy works on grants and university relations, and National Board for Professional Teaching Standards. Secretary Treasurer Terry Brewer works on business and is our project manager. I work on service projects, conferences, and basic organizational development. And that was all fine and well and good, except that we had so many services that we were trying to provide that it was time really for faculty leadership to guide these without having to be controlled through a single desk. Given the experience level and the skill of our faculty, which obviously is very mature and very experienced, we realized breaking into these teams made sense. As you know, every faculty member is on at least one of these teams, and sometimes, based on expertise, they may be on more than one. So we have a curriculum and instruction team, a leadership and management team, a climate, culture, and community team, a data and analysis team, and a struggling learners team. We have the intent was that to set them to work on and develop a number of important to set them to work on projects that really needed to be done. One was to describe all the services that they were willing and able to provide to schools, and that's an ongoing effort that we're nearing its conclusion. We then asked the teams to think about how they could pool or archive their materials so that we didn't have to constantly reinvent the wheel when we went out to school districts, but really could tap into those materials that have been prepared by other faculty members. And so that archiving project is ongoing. In the year ahead, we'll be calling on the teams to work with retooling our distance learning program and contributing to that, and also to respond to changes in the certification for teachers and leaders program from State Education Department. We'll be meeting with the functional team leaders very soon about that, and from there we'll be talking to each of the teams. So that sets the table for next week when we begin a more in-depth look at each of the teams and the services that they provide. So until next week, I hope you have a good week.